All right, folks, let's talk about pee, specifically the fine art of peeing in a cup for science, or more accurately, for your employer or parole officer. It's not the most glamorous topic, but it's a reality for many of us. So buckle up, grab a metaphorical cup of coffee, definitely not the one you'll be using later, and let's dive into the wonderful world of urine drug testing. Why should you care about this golden shower of knowledge? Well, for starters, knowing the ins and outs of a urine drug test can save you a lot of anxiety and confusion. Plus, nobody wants to be caught off guard when a stranger hands them a plastic cup and points them towards the bathroom. Understanding the process, what's expected of you, and what could go wrong is crucial. It's like studying for a test, except instead of cramming historical dates, you're brushing up on the proper etiquette for providing a bodily fluid sample. So whether you're facing your first drug test or you're a seasoned veteran of the P-cup, consider this your crash course on everything you need to know. Trust me, it's way more interesting than it sounds. Well, slightly more interesting. Okay, maybe not, but it's important, so let's just get on with it. First things first, let's talk about why these tests are so common. Employers often require them to ensure a safe and productive workplace. It's not just about catching someone in the act. It's about maintaining a standard of safety and reliability. Imagine operating heavy machinery or making critical decisions while under the influence. The risks are enormous, and that's why these tests are in place. Urine drug tests typically screen for a variety of substances, including marijuana, cocaine, opioids, and more. Knowing what substances are being tested for can help you understand the scope of the test. Preparation is key. Drinking plenty of water before the test can help, but don't overdo it. Too much water can dilute your sample, which might lead to a retest. If you're unsure about any part of the process, don't hesitate to ask questions. Medical professionals are there to help you understand what's expected. When it's time to provide your sample, follow the instructions carefully. This usually means starting to pee in the toilet, then catching the midstream urine in the cup. This helps ensure the sample is as clean as possible. Once you've provided your sample, make sure to seal it properly and hand it over to the medical professional. They'll take it from there and you'll be one step closer to completing the process. And just like that, you're done. It might not be the most pleasant experience, but it's a necessary one. Understanding the process can make it a lot less stressful. So the next time you're handed that little plastic cup, you'll know exactly what to do. And who knows, you might even find it a bit less daunting. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about the process, the more confident you'll feel. So here's to peeing in cups with confidence and clarity. If you have questions about urine drug screens, call Arc Point Labs of Monroe-Wadesboro. We have friendly, informed staff that can answer your questions for free. At Arc Point, we want you to stay informed, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay healthy. We are not joking about that. Okay, let's break down the urine test process step by step so you can walk into that testing facility with the confidence of a champion peer. Is that a thing? It is now. You'll receive instructions on when and where to report for your test. Don't worry, they're not sending you on a scavenger hunt for a random toilet in the woods. It's usually a lab or a designated room in your workplace. This is where you prove you are who you say you are. Bring a photo ID because apparently they think we all have doppelgangers who are dying to pee in cups for us. You'll be given a cup, not your average world's best boss mug, but a special sterile cup. Sometimes it even comes with a handy temperature strip. Don't worry, you're not making urine popsicles. It's just to ensure the sample is legit. This is the part where you channel your inner fountain and fill that cup. Pro tip, aim for the middle, not the temperature strip. Nobody wants to see that. You'll likely need to seal the cup yourself. It's like putting a lid on your own personal science experiment. Return your sample to the designated person. Congratulations, you've just successfully completed a urine drug test. Now go treat yourself to a celebratory beverage, non-alcoholic of course. You're being tested. Before you even step foot in the facility, make sure to read any instructions provided to you thoroughly. These instructions will often include details about fasting or avoiding certain foods and drinks before the test. Staying hydrated is key, but don't overdo it. Drinking too much water can dilute your sample, which might require you to retake the test. Plan your day accordingly. Set an alarm to remind yourself of the appointment time and leave early to avoid any last-minute rush. When you arrive at the facility, you'll be directed to a clean private bathroom. This is where the magic happens. Hygiene is important. Make sure to wash your hands before and after collecting your sample. You might be given a specific time frame to provide your sample. Don't stress, take a deep breath and relax. After you've provided your sample, there might be a checklist of things to do, like signing a form or confirming your details. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to ask the medical staff. They're there to help you through the process. After the test, you might be informed about when and how you'll receive your results. Mark the date on your calendar so you don't forget. Once everything is done, it's time to celebrate. Gather your friends and enjoy a non-alcoholic toast to your successful test completion. Remember, the urine test is just a small part of your health journey. You've got this. Good luck, and may your aim be true. All right, let's talk about what not to do during a drug test. Picture this. You walk into the testing facility and you bolt for the door the second you see the cup. Not suspicious at all, right? You arrive with enough supplements and vitamins to stock a small pharmacy. It's a drug test, not a health convention. You're caught trying to swap out your sample with, well, anything really. Newsflash, they've seen all the tricks in the book, and probably a few that aren't. Look, the technician doesn't need a detailed history of your bladder. Keep the small talk to a minimum. Constantly fidgeting, sweating, and looking like you're about to jump out of your skin. Just breathe, buddy. It's pee, not a public speaking gig. Not all urine tests are created equal. Think of it like this. Peeing for your employer is like taking a pop quiz. Peeing for the Department of Transportation, DOT. That's the final exam. Let's break it down. These are for safety-sensitive jobs like truck driving and piloting. They have stricter rules and lower detection limits. They often involve a chain of custody for the sample. Basically, they're serious business. These are more common for pre-employment screening or random workplace testing. The rules are a bit more relaxed. They might have higher detection limits. Still, don't try anything funny, okay? The internet is awash in guaranteed ways to beat a drug test. Spoiler alert, most of them are about as effective as a chocolate teapot. Let's debunk some of these preposterous myths. No, just no. Drinking bleach won't mask drugs, it'll just land you in the hospital. Bad idea, very bad idea. Sadly, no. Vinegar is great for salad dressing, not so much for outsmarting a drug test. While exercise is great for your health, it won't magically erase your weekend shenanigans. Nope, while passive exposure might show up on a hair follicle test, it's highly unlikely to impact a urine test. The only surefire way to pass a drug test is to have nothing to hide. So there you have it, folks. Urine drug testing 101. From the moment you receive that fateful phone call to the glorious relief of flushing the evidence, not literally, please. We've covered the steps, the do's and don'ts, and even busted some myths that could land you in hot water, or worse. Remember, honesty is always the best policy. Now go forth and conquer that test with your head held high and your bladder full of, well, just remember everything you've learned and you'll be golden, or at least your pee will be. This video brought to you by the franchise owner of ArcPoint Labs of Monroe-Wadesboro. Like and subscribe.